For you, Clara sent us an email. Her elderly mom was notified of a mechanic's lien against her mom's home. The work mentioned in the lien was never requested by Clara or her mom, nor was it ever performed. Clara goes on to say in the email that she never worked with the contractor that filed the lien. So she's wondering, and this is important, could this be a scam? And if this really is a lien, legitimate, how does she get it removed?
Great question. So could it be a scam? I suppose it could be. I mean, there are a lot of scams. These fraudsters, they get more and more creative each and every day.
Yeah.
And perhaps it just got placed on the wrong property. So what I would do as far as checking out the validity of that, and if it's something that you need to get released, because that would be the answer. If it impacts the title of your property, you would want to get that cleaned up, especially if you have nothing to do with that. There are a number of legal requirements that the state requires in order to have a valid mechanics lien. So that's something that we can help you with, or any good attorney should be able to help you with, real estate attorney, to see if that is a valid mechanics lien, if they meet those requirements. And certainly we could call up that lien holder and discuss it further with them as to, the validity of the claim, if they placed it on the wrong property, if they meet those requirements or not, in order to clean up that title and hopefully get that released.
Interesting. Okay. So the other part of it is, how do we determine if it's a scam? Because I'm thinking
Sure.
there's a
Well,
lot of these out there that a lot of our listeners are worried about.
sure. I have not heard of this type of scam, so
Yeah.
hopefully that's not going to be the case. But I think it starts with doing the homework. Again, ensuring to see, who signed the prep stamp on that. Is an attorney that we're familiar with that usually files mechanic liens here on the property? Are they licensed to practice law in the state of Kentucky? Look them up in the LBA, Louisville Bar Association, the Kentucky Bar Association. Maybe even Google them to see if they're with, a firm that you can see a trusted website for, so on and so forth. And that just further kind of validates or secures the fact that this may or may not be, but it could be a valid lien, or attempt to validate a lien. So then we would want to take a look if it meets those statutory requirements. Again, it just could have been an honest mistake. They placed it on the wrong property if it's somebody she doesn't know. And if it is a scam, then, I would want to work with our title insurance underwriters to see if that's something that's going to impact title. The good news is that if in fact it is a scam, and let's just say that it happens to meet the statutory requirements, and arguably it could be, a cloud on title, mechanics liens have a very minimal statute of limitations. You're talking about, a year. So as long as they're not refining or selling, I mean, that shouldn't be something that is going to haunt them forever. But nonetheless, we would want to get that cleaned up, because I wouldn't want something on my records, even if it's on the records of my home, that shouldn't be there.
Yep, you're absolutely
So
right.
give us a call. We'd be glad to help.